Spring is finally making its way towards us here in the Northeast. The robins have returned full time. The crocuses are sharing their bright and beautiful colors. And I am able to get back to one of my greatest money saving and actually chore that I enjoy, which is hanging our clothes outside. It has been slightly breezy, so the clothes dry quickly, and it's just such an efficient way to save money. Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband is Paul. We are so happy you have joined us. If you are new to our channel, we are an early retirement, debt and mortgage-free couple living in the state of New York, and we basically show you how to have a full, abundant life while spending less money. Today's video, we have jam-packed again with what we hope are encouraging money-saving hints and tips. We are going to talk about how to have a successful money-saving spring. We are going to share a quick small food haul. We're going to get outside with Paul, and he's going to show you how to start looking for containers so you can start a container garden, which is perfect for first-time gardeners or for people who just don't have a lot of land to garden in. And he will be sharing with you throughout the spring into the summer how to cultivate the garden and keep it going. We're also going to be getting into the kitchen and making an amazing chicken dish. And then we do have some channel news to share with you, some updates. So sit back, relax, and let's get into this video. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I am back to hanging clothes outside. The robins have returned and spring is in the air. One way to be successful at saving money is to really watch your food budget. And we do emphasize saving on food a lot here on this channel, only because that is something you really can control. We're just going to show you our simple once a week food haul. We buy loss leaders, we buy sale items, and we stock up. Let's turn the camera around and show you our small food haul and what we spent. Just wanted to share this week's food haul with you. This is from the ShopRite store. We are pretty stocked up still, but we always keep an eye out for some great prices, and there were some items we actually needed. I need to show you the sign for this. These are Contadina San Marzano style chopped tomatoes. Have you seen the price of canned tomatoes lately? These were 99 cents. Now, what is so awesome about these canned tomatoes? All it has in it is chopped tomatoes and tomato juice. I make my own sauce. You all know that. I use my Nona's recipe. I can't tell you how valuable these are. These are going to make some wonderful sauce that I will freeze. 99 cents a can. Keep your eye out for those in-store specials. I did need sponges, and I have to say I tried the store brand sponges and they fall apart. I am really starting to be a little bit brand loyal, though there's maybe 3 products I'm brand loyal to. These Scotch-Brite Zero Scratch sponges were on sale for $5.99. Got 6 of them, and they really last. Now, if any of you have tried a no-name brand or a store brand that was really good, please let me know down in the comments, because I'd be willing to switch. But the last couple of store brand and no-name brand sponges I used were just useless. So if you can share, let me know. These Colgates were 2 for $1. There was a $5 off of 2 digital coupon. So these came to 50 cents a piece. Great price. Hellmann's Real Mayonnaise, $2.99. This is for the 30-ounce container. $2.99. I have not seen that price in a very long time. We don't use a lot of mayonnaise, but now that summer's coming, these will be great. They'll go right into the pantry. No, I don't make my own mayonnaise. I know a lot of people do. We just don't do that. I'm not comfortable eating raw eggs. That's just us. If we had our own chickens, might be a little bit different. So $2.99, got 2 of these. Look at this head of romaine, $1.99. As you know, we eat a lot of green salads. I have a ton of celery. We still have cucumber left, and we still have a ton of carrots. So this will make some great salads. We did pick up 2 more of the plum tomatoes. These were 99 cents a pound. I got myself 2 bananas. The avocados were 79 cents each. Tip. Now, maybe you all know this, and I'm late coming to the game because this happens. We have been leaving the avocados in the refrigerator until we are ready to use them. So we used to leave these all out on the counter and just let them ripen. No more now. Now what we do is put 2 away, leave 1 on the counter, and these will stay in the refrigerator for days and not spoil. I am not kidding. Try that tip. One way to make avocados last. The Galbani mozzarella cheese was $2.99 for a pound. I had $1 off from the Galbani website. Check it out. Go to the Galbani website. $1 off 1 package. So these cost me $1.99 a pound. I got 2. These will go right into the freezer. Now we also went to ShopRite because they had Purdue chicken wings $1.99 on sale. Of course, they had none, so I had to get a rain check. But their brand of bowl and basket was $1.99 as well. So we did pick one of those up. We're going to be making a yummy recipe tonight. So stay tuned in just a minute. Then we went to Stop and Shop. I picked up just a few things there that were good price. We got some organic salsa because we have corn tortillas and we have cheese, sour cream, and we just are going to make some quesadillas. So this was a good price. I think it was like $1.99 for the organic. My mother-in-law's birthday is coming up, and the last couple of years I've made her a Black Forest cake. So I needed some cherry pie filling. This was $3.49 for the 21-ounce can at Stop and Shop. And then we love panko breadcrumbs. Now, we do make a lot of our own breadcrumbs with leftover bread, but this panko was such a great deal, and I really do like these because they have no flavoring and it just makes everything so crispy. There was a 75-cent coupon on them, and Stop and Shop doubles coupon. So this was a steal at under $1 a box. Our small weekly food haul, we've been doing this weekly pretty regularly now, and we are saving so much money doing it this way. The total was $36.56 for this week's food haul. Those San Marzano style tomatoes were such a deal at 99 cents a can. Think about what a jar of pasta sauce cost you. Look at the ingredients, look at the salt, look at the sugar, look what they're making it with. When you make your own homemade tomato sauce, it is so delicious. You control what goes into it. I have shared my Nona's tomato sauce recipe before, and I will link the video down below again if you're interested in how to make your own homemade sauce. And it is just so wonderful, so fresh. And what we've been doing is making sure once a week we get to the food store, and this has really been working out for us. But we do have a stocked freezer, pantry. So what we focus on are those loss leaders and those special sale items. Now Paul's going to take you outside just to get the gears going, to think about a small container garden this year for yourself to grow some of your own food. We are really going to be emphasizing growing our own food this year. Paul and I are really going to try to grow even more than we have done in the past. I'm going to hand the camera over to Paul and let him tell you a little bit about what kind of containers you're looking for.
What we have here is 28 now in total of these nice buckets, and all of them we got for free. All we did was ask our grocery store. Guess what? This stuff goes right in the dumpster and into the landfill. We use them. They're great. They're food safe containers. They're recyclable. These containers come with no drainage in the bottom. So what I like to do is I like to drill holes in the bottom or the side to add to the drainage. So when you water your plants or in case it rains, guess what? They're not going to drown. These are the holes I drill in the bottom with an electric drill. And it's very simple. It's just plastic. You just take your time and you go nice and easy. Wear your safety glasses. And we reuse these year after year. You just need 2 or 3 of them, maybe even one. You could probably get 2 or 3 plants inside one of these buckets and they'll grow beautiful. Tomatoes, peppers, you name it, you can grow it in here. Even flowers. If you like to grow wildflowers, cone flowers, put them in the buckets. You can put them out in front of your house. You can actually dig a hole in the ground and put the bucket in the ground. These are just great. So free for the taking. All you have to do is ask, and it is wonderful. Well, let me get going and sorting these out and cleaning them up. If you need larger buckets, like this 5-gallon pail, go to your bakery or your local food store that has a bakery in it. They buy things in bulk. For instance, this is vanilla cream classic buttercream that they made cakes and pastries out of. Guess where this bucket goes? Right in the dumpster. Not this one. This one went right in my trunk. Washed it out, drill some holes in the bottom, and you can plant some bigger plants. We actually have fig trees growing in these buckets, and they're doing well. And not all buckets have to be big. You can use anything you can find that's food grade safe. Smaller buckets, buckets with larger holes. You could add stone to it so the dirt doesn't leak out. Now, if you don't have your own compost pile, where you can get your own soil, make sure you buy potting soil and not topsoil. Potting soil will allow the roots to spread out through the soil evenly and not choke out your plant. Topsoil will pack down over time with water and natural air pressure. Look for the sales at the local garden centers. Everything is going on sale now. Get yourself a couple bags of some good potting soil. Organic is the best. Plant them in your buckets, put your plants in, and get ready to have some fun.
I love when Paul gets on camera with us. He is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to gardening and things like that. So any questions you have, leave them down below for him. Throughout the next couple of weeks, a month, we're going to be showing our container garden every step of the way to encourage you and to educate you if you have never done a container garden before. So we're talking about being successful and saving during the springtime. And one of the things that spring is known for is tax season. And we just finished our taxes the other day. So what I want to encourage you with is if you are getting a refund from your taxes, make sure you spend it intentionally. Don't just look at it as, wow, let's just blow this money. Look at it and see where you can direct that money. Are you saving it to pay down bills, or maybe for a vacation, or to put a down payment on something? Or maybe you're going to take it and put it into your emergency fund. Whatever you do with it, that's entirely up to you. But what we do really want to emphasize is try to look at that money as like found money. So when you get that money back, if you are getting a return, use it intentionally. Let's get into the kitchen. We want to share an oven baked / fried chicken wing recipe. The original recipe will be linked down below. The title of the recipe is oven fried chicken wings, and I referred to it several times throughout the video as that. But I would say they're more of a baked chicken wing, but they come out like fried, if that makes sense. They are crispy. They are crunchy. They use items you already have in your home. This one was Paul and Dixie approved. I don't think you've ever seen us buy this. This is Buttermilk. And we were supposed to make a bread for St. Patrick's Day, but as you know, I was under the weather, so we never made the bread. So what I'm going to do now is use this to make some delicious oven fried chicken wings. The first thing I'm going to do is have Paul show you what he's doing with the wings.
So I took the 4 pounds of chicken wings out of the package and I washed them and cut off the wing tips. These are just the wing tips. Now, don't throw those away. They're going right into the freezer. They're going to make delicious soup stock. And, you know, you don't waste anything here, that's for sure. So now on to the next step.
I want to make a marinade for the chicken first. So I am adding 2 cups of the buttermilk to this bowl. I was surprised at actually how cheap buttermilk was. That quart was $1.99. So I thought that was a pretty good price. Now we are going to doctor this up because we want this chicken to have a ton of flavor. So I've got a little Louisiana hot sauce, and of course you do not have to add this, but I think it's going to give it a nice little kick. I'm going to put about a tablespoon in. I have some paprika. I'm going to put a half a teaspoon in. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Half a teaspoon of onion powder. Then I have some Italian herb seasoning. Salt and pepper to taste. Now we are just going to whisk this all together. And now I'm going to take our chicken wing pieces and I'm putting them in the buttermilk. We have never made buttermilk chicken, have we?
No, I don't believe so.
So I found this recipe and I was like, wow, this sounds delicious. And I'm just going to mix this. Just turn it, make sure you coat that chicken well. You could use other pieces of chicken, thighs, drumsticks, whatever you prefer. Once the chicken is covered with the buttermilk mixture, you're going to cover it and you're going to put it in the refrigerator. The recipe said anywhere from 3 to 12 hours, but make sure it is refrigerated. Now I'm just going to cover this with a plastic lid. If you don't have a container with a lid, just put a piece of plastic wrap on it. We're going to marinate this in the refrigerator for about 3 to 4 hours. And then we'll meet you right back here. So it's almost time to start cooking our chicken wings. The original recipe called for corn flakes, and I will link the original down below. But I don't have corn flakes, so I am going to use a cup of panko. I'm thinking I may need more, but we're going to start with a cup. And now I have some Romano cheese, but any hard cheese you have. Parmesan, Romano. We're going to want to put in about a half a cup or so. Now we also want to flavor these. I'm going to add a little bit of the peppercorn medley, some Italian herb seasoning. I'm going to use some salt as well, just a little bit for taste. Now I'm going to tell you a secret about panko. Panko will not brown unless there is oil present. So I am going to take a little bit of olive oil and I am adding it to this. Panko is a weird kind of breadcrumb. It does not brown unless it has a little bit of oil in it, some kind of grease. Now my oven is preheating to 400 degrees. So this has been marinating several hours. Now I took a metal tray and it does have a rim all around it. It is not flat. Then I put a piece of foil and a metal cooking rack right on top. I've got my butter wrapper and I am just greasing this. So I'm going to pick up each piece, let it just drip off. Going to put it in our crumb mixture and I'm actually patting that down with my clean hands. And then we're going to put it skin side down on the baking rack. And I am going to do that with each piece. Make sure you wash your hands thoroughly after handling raw chicken. This marinade now is no good. It had raw chicken in it. It's contaminated. It has to be thrown away. Now, I don't want to crowd the pieces together, so I'm going to do another tray. I'm going to stick this in my preheated 400-degree oven, and I'm going to cook it for about 45 minutes. We want the internal temperature to be over 165 degrees. These cooked for 45 minutes, and they are over 165 degrees. They smell so delicious. What I am going to do is I'm just going to turn them over because you see the bottom is a little soft. The top is super crispy, but I'm just going to give them a little flip and I am going to broil them for maybe a minute or two. You can only broil them if you're using a metal pan, just to get the bottom side a little bit crispy. So I broiled the chicken literally for 3 minutes. Now look at it. We're going to have Paul give it a taste.
I'm going to try the oven-baked buttermilk fried chicken. This house smells fantastic, by the way. Let's try this out. You can really taste the buttermilk in there. There's a sweetness, but it's not sweet. I can't explain it. I guess it's the flavor of the buttermilk. It's a mild, sweet flavor. You can taste the panko, gives it a real good crunch. The seasoning in there is perfect. You don't have to put anything on this. You eat it just like this. This would be great at a picnic or, again, this is such a delicious way to cook chicken. This is definitely Paul approved.
And we look down. Who's waiting for a nibble? Dixie? Are you waiting for nummies?
That's Dixie approved also, folks.
We have wings left over for tonight's dinner, and I can't wait to have dinner again. They were really, really delicious. I encourage you to try this recipe. Paul loved them. Dixie even had some of the chicken. It was so good. What was so great about it is I was able to use the buttermilk that I had bought for another recipe. So that's always great. When you have an ingredient that you may need to use up, search Google and say, what can I make with extra buttermilk? Or what can I make with extra leftover spaghetti or whatever it is? And this one fit the bill. I've never had chicken like that. And I know a lot of my friends in the South marinate their chicken in buttermilk before they actually fry it. So I can totally understand that. So good. Give that one a try. Now on to channel update. It is springtime here in New York. And as you know, in the springtime, we are busy. Next week is Holy Week. Then we have Easter. My mother-in-law is turning 91, so we're having a party for her. We're going to be heading down to the little house for the first time since last September. Wow. So we have a bunch of stuff going on. As you know, we really try to put out videos that we put effort into. So we don't ever want to shortchange you by just throwing stuff out there. So what we are going to do for the spring and summer, like we did last year, is go to one video a week. We will still be here. We will see you every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, just like we always have. It's just for right now, we are going to cut out Tuesday's video. It's just a lot for us right now, and we never want to shortchange you, honestly, because we have to cut back in areas and we don't ever want the quality of our videos to become just, okay, here's stuff, we're just doing it to do it. And that's sincere, and I think you know that about us. So we would rather give you one good video a week that we can put our heart and effort into and have you really enjoy it. So we just want to let you know that. So starting next week, we will be going down to one video a week on Fridays for the spring and summer. But we're not stopping the videos. We're still going to bring you frugal living tips, frugal homemaking tips, cooking from scratch recipes, gardening, frugal holidays, just the same fun, helpful, encouraging content we always have. And I know you all understand this. Life gets busy at times, and we have to make sure that we are taking care of everything we need to take care of. So thank you all for all the love and encouragement you show Paul and I every single time. Thank you. So our question of today is, what are you all doing for the holiday? For Easter, for Passover, if you celebrate Passover, whatever it is, or what are you serving for the holidays? Please share that down below, all that good stuff. It's so great to have a dialogue with you all and for you all to have a dialogue with each other. So thank you again. We ask that you give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Come on in and be part of our frugal family. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you.